this is Paul Sackis, Good News Broadcast, speaking to Alison Rhodes. Hi, Alison. How are you?
Hi, Paul. How are you?
Okay, good. The Safety Mom. You have a website, right, called thesafetymom.com?
I do indeed.
And we're going to talk about safety, online safety for children today. How come we're talking about this?
Well, Norton Online came out with an interesting report. It was a global survey done over 8 countries. And what was really striking about it is how much parents underestimate what their kids are doing online and how much they don't know what their kids are doing online. Parents thought kids were spending 2 hours a month online, and the kids reported they were spending 20 hours online. What's more is 48% of the kids said their parents don't have a clue what they're doing online. And in fact, 1 in 5 said they're doing things their parents would absolutely not approve of.
Did those kids put their names on those
I don't think
reports?
so.
Did they do that survey online?
That's right. Anonymously, I hope.
Interesting. But there are ways that you can tell what your child is doing, right? Or anybody, if you have access to their computer, right?
Well, here's the thing. You need to become cyber savvy parents because it's not just the computer. The internet is pervasive throughout the home. It's the games they're playing. It's their digital package on their cell phones. So they are going online in a host of ways, and parents don't understand that. That's the challenge. So that's why you really need to have those resources to understand how to get smart about this.
Okay, so what are some things that people can do?
Well, first of all, there's a great site, norton.com/family resources, where you can go get a host of information on what to do and how to talk to your kids about this. But first, go and Google your child's name. Go and Google your address and see what comes up. Even if your child doesn't have a MySpace page, there's a good chance that one of their friends does, and they happen to put something about your child up there. So you really need to look into that.
So when you sign up for actually, people ask me to sign up for some of those, I guess MySpace and Facebook, and then my name would be on their page, and then if somebody Googled me and my name was on their page, then I would come up on somebody else's page, right?
Well,
maybe
it all depends how you've set up your site and your page. You could have it set as private, but a lot of kids don't know about this. It also, seemingly innocently enough, somebody can have a blog. A 13-year-old girl can have a blog up talking about what she did at summer camp, and she could be mentioning my daughter's name. So then all of a sudden, my daughter's name is going to come up on the internet, potentially saying what town she lives in, what camp she went to. So a lot of the times it's very innocent how our children are getting their information up there. They're not thinking that it doesn't stay within their circle of friends. It's going out globally, and that's the problem.
I agree. It's a concern because in essence, well, I've been in the media world for years. You sort of always ask permission, or you just don't take a camera and shoot somebody and then put it up on television.
Exactly.
But that's sort of the old school, right?
Right. Well, our children grew up as digital natives. This is what they know, and this is how they communicate. But what they don't understand is there's nothing private anymore. And unfortunately, as parents, we did not grow up that way. So we don't understand this new digital landscape, and we really need to get smart about it. We also need to have conversations with our children about appropriate cyber etiquette. We don't pass along information. We don't spread false rumors. We don't forward emails with personal information. Again, it's really easy for these kids who grew up sharing all of this information to be passing along this false information. And that's one of the ways the cyberbullying starts. It used to be in a playground. It was one-on-one. Now it's one child against a whole host of children. And that's where the problems come up. And in fact, moms were underestimating again how much cyberbullying is going on. According to the Norton report, parents thought it was only happening about 6% of the times, but kids reported it's about 16% of the time.
Are there utilities and kinds of things you can put into your computer that would be helpful for for certain kinds of content?
Absolutely. Norton has Norton 360, which is blocking software. There's filtering software, but that's one of the first steps. Also, sit down with your kids. Become a partner with them. Ask them to show you what they're doing. Ask them to show you the last 5 websites that they visited. Ask them to show you the last photos they posted. Moms don't know how to protect their kids online because we don't even know the questions to ask yet. So ask your kids to educate you, and you will learn something.
I think that, and that's in essence the responsible way to go about it, to speak to your children. In other words, you could go to, like on my computer, you can go and you can see the last 5 websites that I went to, right?
Right.
By, going onto the homepage and going down, and you can look and see where I've been, right? But it's not probably the nice thing to do. You don't want to, do that with your child, because now you've invaded their privacy as well, and it's much better to have an open relationship. Anyway, I'm a grandpa.
Well, just like you would, and this is the way moms need to start thinking about it. Just like you would talk to your kids about drinking or drugs or any other teen-related issue, you need to have these internet conversations, but they need to start at a young age. Girls and boys are online at 5 years old, 6 years old, so these conversations need to happen early on, and they do need to understand it's not that you're trying to control them, it's not that you don't trust them, you want to partner with them, you want to educate them and work with them to keep them safe.
How about the other way around? Because so often we say, well, my 10-year-old knows how to use the website better than I, right?
Exactly.
How about having them educate us?
They absolutely.
In other words, give them the big picture. Like, say, what do you do? So I don't want all my friends to know everything about me. What do you suggest for me? Is that an interesting way to go about it?
It absolutely is. And a lot of times your kids will open up to you, but that's why you also want to have those sites like the Norton Family Resources where you can get that additional information that they might not want to share with you. There's a lot of times where kids will have one MySpace page that they show their parents that's very innocent, and then they'll have another MySpace page that the parents don't know about. One of the issues that comes up now is that the attorney generals are trying to put age restrictions on the MySpace pages and have age verification, but there's a lot of young girls and young boys who are 14 going online saying they're 18 because they want to talk to older kids, they want to meet older kids, so that's a problem. So you really need to become educated about all these different ways, and it changes on a daily basis. It's hard to keep up with it.
And some people, I'm sure, have different names. They don't necessarily use John Doe, even though their name is John Doe, right? I mean, do people do that too? Kids
Absolutely,
do that?
Absolutely. And even with emailing, I mean, Norton found that 86% of kids are using email. They're probably having more than one address. So that's why, it's great to talk to your kids. You need to become partners with them. You need to work with them, but you also need to get smart on your own.
Okay.
And also look at those other places they're going online, not at your home, but possibly at the library or at friends' homes, so you know what they're doing there as well.
Okay, well, I know you're passionate about being overseeing and being a good mother and family person. So thank you very much. SafetyMom.com, and then we have Norton.com and Family Resources. We'll link directly over there.
Thank you.
Okay, nice speaking with you again, Alison.
Thank you, Paul.
Thanks for sharing the good news. Bye-bye.